Welcome back to Freeze Frame, presented by Strictly Casual, episode 72. The show where we stop to take a moment to discuss all the heavily talked about news of the week, having to do with movies, TV, streaming, and pop culture. I'm your host, Ryder Maldonado, and today I'm joined by James Walmer, the Old Spice with all the nice. I was like, yeah, you're the Old Spice, but you're the coolness with whatever that pertains to.
Sure.
How you doing, buddy? What you been watching?
Doing great. Haven't been watching a lot. Well, actually, I have been watching a lot. I blazed through like all of. It's an anime called Kaguya-sama: Love Is War on Crunchyroll, and it's a rom-com about a student president and vice president who like each other, but none of them want to admit that they like the other one for their various reasons first. So they come up with like schemes and plans to like get the other person to confess their love first. And there's always like they're high schoolers, and it very much plays into that, like the overthinking. I'm like, oh my god, this person, they did this, but they could mean this other thing instead. And so like it's just at the end of, so the episode's divided into like 3 separate like mini arcs, and at the end of each one it'll be like there's a narrator who's like, today like Shirogane wins, or Kaguya wins, or everyone loses, or the side character wins. And it's like all the characters are just so much fun, and it's just has so much charm, and the writing's incredible. So been really enjoying that. But I haven't been able to talk about this on any of the shows, but I watched all of Barry about a week ago. I was house sitting
We'll
like
have to
2
get into
weeks
that
ago
at the end.
So yeah, so I finished Barry. Up with that, I finished The Bear, which was incredible.
FX, right?
And yes, FX. And I started, I mean, it's still going on, but I watched the first episode of The Rehearsal.
And hearing you talk about that one.
The second episode came out just recently, a few days ago, and I've yet to watch it, but it's been on my list. It's great. Nathan Fielder is a genius.
Wow, that's a wild ride. That's some good stuff though. That's some good content for sure. Yeah, again, for me, I haven't been watching much. I'll probably have to get into it at the end, like what I've been watching, because not a lot of good stuff, but there's some little like What We Do in the Shadows. I finally got into that one. Oh,
I'm so sorry.
Let's hear it.
So my friends and I forgot. This is my favorite thing that I watched like in recent history, like over the past couple of weeks. Is a few days ago, my buddies and I, we watched. So Cooper Raiff, the guy who did Cha Cha Real Smooth. I told you about this, but me and my buddies watched his first feature film that came out called Shithouse. It's a rom-com. It's very like Before Sunset. Like the Ethan Hawke movie. It's very much like this, but it's in a college setting with Cooper Raiff himself. He also stars in the movie that he wrote and directed. And so it's him, and he's really struggling in college. He really like doesn't know, he has like no friends, but his RA and him start there's one night where they like make out and almost have sex. And then they just end up spending that whole night together. But then the following morning, she kind of gives him this cold shoulder, and like he's trying to like deal with it. And so like the movie is like their relationship, and so it's great. It's really fucking good.
No, it seems like a very interesting movie.
Good. One of my favorite rom-coms for sure.
Both of those are on my list because of you guys. So man, I'm gonna throw it on. I'm throwing on this TV and.
What's the first one that's on your list?
Probably Cha Cha Real Smooth, because Dakota Johnson.
You got it. I love Dakota Johnson
because she's really good at playing like very casual, like a everyday person. But I don't know, she
fits like Cooper Raiff's whole thing, because Cooper Raiff is so like, you watch his films and you're like, oh, these are real people. I've had conversations like this. Like I know exactly like this type of conversation.
And that I love those vibes. So yeah, I'm definitely interested to watch it. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've been enjoying this past week with all the announcements going on. Feel free to give us a review on audio platforms. It helps us out a lot. We have a lot of content on the channel that we're real proud of. Check us out on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter for all your local updates. We got TikTok is popping off. So if you can check out anything, you only got 10 seconds in your day, feel free to check that out. But yeah, lots of fun stuff we'll get into pertaining to Comic-Con, but we'll get into the quote of the week. This is Vincent brought this one last week. I don't know, James, you want to read what we got here for the quote? Here's the answer for it and what it is.
Okay, it's should I say who it is before I read it?
Sure, if you want. Yeah.
Okay, this is comes from Derek Zoolander. He says, "What is this? A center for ants? How could we be expected to teach children to learn how to read if they can't even fit inside the building?"
It's a good one. Yeah, that's a funny one. Definitely, I'll have to get you. I was, rushing to get a quote, but hopefully in another episode you can bring a quote from something you like.
Yeah.
But stay tuned, guys. We have a quote at the end of the week. If you guys can hop on our Discord and figure out the answer to it, I'll have to put that in the Discord. I keep forgetting. But anyways, topics to talk about. Let's go ahead and start off with some kind of light news stuff here. We have Paul Sorvino has sadly passed away at the age.
Heavy news.
No, yeah, pretty heavy stuff. You're right. It's not light stuff. But this is of course an iconic actor from Goodfellas, Law and Order. I mean, sad stuff. Vincent was telling us, like, they're all going. It's just that time,
dude. I was reading, so because this is all these Goodfellas stars have been passing away, I'm starting to think. I was like, I had the thought. I said, is this more than just a movie? Like, it starts to feel like a conspiracy.
Oh my goodness, no, right? True.
You know what I mean?
They're at that age, and the young generation is like, hey.
I'm just saying, the best way to conceal a mob is to put them right in front. Like, it's right there.
Wow.
They're in plain sight. You know what I mean?
I wonder. It's true. I wonder where these guys like live, because it's funny because like if it's like Los Angeles maybe, or Vegas, or New York, like they're in New York. Oh man, who knows how deep this goes? Man, we have to figure this out. But either way, rest in peace, Paul Sorvino. 83.
Yes, with all respect.
Good life.
Rest in peace, Paul Sorvino.
Good life. And then I put here a little slight Nope review. James, you saw Nope.
I did see Nope.
We can kind of get into, I guess we'll do non-spoilers because it's still first weekend. But man, lots of stuff to dive into. What'd you think initially? Let's talk about it.
I really liked it. I think some of the tropes were really original. The ways in which it goes about the relationships between the characters and the monster or the alien. I thought the alien was really unique in their approach to how they portrayed it, and to how it operated. And I think it plays really well into the themes that Jordan Peele is kind of playing with. I wanted more social commentary from it because that felt like that's what I was expecting. Jordan Peele had a lot of socio-political commentary with Get Out and Us that I was expecting that the third time around, but I was reading some articles in which Jordan Peele said he's like, I don't want to do that for this film because a lot of the production was amid COVID and things like that. And he's like, listen, like there's a lot of things to say. Like I just want the scary thing to be a monster.
Yeah.
He's like, I want the scary thing to be an alien, a monster, for people to be like, oh yeah, that's a scary concept, and be able to just be like scared of a fictional thing rather than like a existential.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, I was watching it, and of course there is a twist like in the whole movie, in the vein of how creative Jordan is, because you're watching it and you're thinking, oh, is he going to subvert expectations? And I think he does in a weird way, and he kind of almost pokes fun at this genre of film, like a flying saucer film, because you see like in the middle of the second act, there's like a little joke with the main actor Daniel Kaluuya. He's in the pens, and he pulls out his camera and he's kind of filming some stuff that's going on like in there, just like with some people, with some people going on, in there, if you know what I'm talking about. In masks, does that help?
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
So I was like, oh, is this what the movie is? And then it turns on its head, and it's like, no, it's not. It's not what you're thinking.
It's not what you thought it was.
Yeah, I would never have thought of a movie like this. So I was like, it's a complete switch, like creativity.
It is a little bit of a bait and switch, yeah.
And then there's also much more creative turns when it comes to like what's it called? Not expressionism, but like exploitation and kind of showmanship, right? On how you kind of show the craziness of everything, and always trying to get it on camera, and that's what does the public do, and what do businessmen do, like crazy
in
things
terms
with
of
that.
Like just the media and like getting like self-promotion and things like that, and like getting your claim to fame.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was like, man, it's just it's scary, kind of. It's scary because we saw the repercussions of that, the consequences. But yeah, great film. Check it out. It's definitely a multiple watch type deal to kind of grasp.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah, that was a fun one. We'll talk about that for a little bit. But now we can
I
get
think it's worth
into.
watching.
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah, 100%. We can get into our major news now. We have some SDCC recap. Me and James did a live stream at Comic-Con, kind of giving all the news for Marvel's Hall H panel, which was pretty exciting. It was a fun time.
We did. You can go back and watch that on our channel. Just be sure to skip like 15 minutes in.
Yeah, that's when the actual show starts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the rest of that is just pre-show. Like it's
yeah.
not.
You don't need to worry about that.
There's no news there. You
No.
don't gotta worry about it. No. There's nothing there.
But we'll get started here. We got, of course, the animation panel happened on Friday. So here's some big news from there. Freshman Year's coming 2024, which is the animated Spider-Man show. Charlie Cox is voicing Daredevil. We're going to see a lot of Daredevil in the MCU, and Charlie Cox especially. Norman Osborn has a major role. Villains include Rhino, Scorpion, and Tarantula. Nico Minoru is Peter's best friend.
Who's that?
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know. I think they're doing like Ned and Zendaya's character. They're not doing them for the show, which makes me believe that this is multiverse, something else. But they already have a season 2 called Sophomore Year already planned out, so that's interesting. They're really
Nico
pumping.
Minoru is a sorceress.
Oh, interesting. Okay, Nico Minoru.
Yeah, she's
I
think she's a member of the Runaways.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yes. I recognize her from. Wow, that's wild.
She's a daughter of the super powered villains calling themselves the Pride.
Interesting.
The daughter of dark wizards. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's so many characters that I'm so unfamiliar with, but I definitely recognize them.
I saw a tweet this week. Vincent liked it, and I thought it was really interesting. It said that it was highlighting Charlie Cox coming back to freshman year and him being in She-Hulk, and it was like, it said, this is what happens when you have a fan base wanting something without sending death threats to a studio. I think that's a really good example of that, because there's so much toxicity in a lot of these communities on both, like, because we see that a lot in video game sides and a lot in the media side with popular television and movies. And I think this is a really good example of what to do. This is how you know, let a studio know you want more.
Yeah, in a healthy way. Right.
In a healthy way. Unless I'm just forgetting about some death threats that occurred.
I mean, I'm sure. Yeah, maybe there's some out there, but yeah, definitely not public or majority. Yeah, we got X-Men 97. Are you familiar with like old school Marvel cartoons? Was that something in your okay? Because I
grew up on old school Marvel cartoons. Like I talked about this in the live stream, but my first Marvel cartoon, I think, was the Fantastic Four.
Oh
cartoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting. Okay, so X-Men 97, Magneto will lead the pack, which I don't really. Okay, cool. And it's Magneto.
No, Magneto's awesome.
No, I mean Magneto's cool, but I was like confused because I was like Magneto leading the X-Men. I thought
he's leading the X-Men.
I was like interesting. Magneto looks great.
Yeah.
He has like long hair
cool
in
suit.
This. Yeah.
Cool suit, yeah.
Coming fall 2023 with of course season 2 already coming. And then we have the teams. Yeah, they're planning ahead, right?
I'm tired of getting season 2 like before season 1 even comes out. I'm like, can we just like, I know you want to like say that you're investing in this show, but you can do that by like, because here's the thing, you can create a season 1 and have a great season 1, but you could also have a bad season 1 in which you don't listen to fans. Having a gap between season 1 and 2 allows like fans and critics to be like, yo, like this turned out great. So now if season 1 is not as good as people expected, now they have to like, if they follow that same trend for season 2, it's like, oh, now it's just another season of the same flaw season 1 has.
Yeah, because they probably make them back to back or something.
Unless this means that this is like order, but they haven't started production on it, or they won't start production until they hear feedback from season 1. Well, so I don't know how that production process works, but we'll see.
No, yeah, agreed for sure. Yeah. We have some characters like Cable, Bishop, Forge, Morph, Nightcrawler, Sunspot, White Queen, Sebastian Shaw, Callisto, and Val Cooper. A part of the separate core team. There's also the core team.
I love X-Men characters. There's so many unique characters in the X-Men that like the rest of the Marvel teams can't really touch, in my opinion. Like they're just so quirky. They're like all high, like they're high schoolers. They're young. They're super like quirky and neat,
You can't ground
like
them.
mature in certain way. You can't ground them.
They're
Absolutely.
just leave them how they are. They're perfectly fine being
Yeah, they're incredible because they're
Vietnamese.
already grounded. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They're
Mhm.
already like ordinary people who are dealing with hardships.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. I'm interested to see if this connects, but I think it's just going to be kind of separate because it wasn't announced with kind of everything else. It's just kind of like enjoy
Oh
X-Men
no,
97,
yeah.
you know?
But I hope this isn't they're like, oh yeah, here's your X-Men, be happy. Because
No,
I want
yeah.
X-Men, baby. I want fucking X-Men.
Yeah, yeah. I
Do
think
X-Men right, Marvel.
it's coming. It's coming. We also got Marvel Zombies if you want to get into the details for this.
Sure. Marvel Zombies will be rated TVMA with lots of gore, which is a sight to see for a
Yeah.
Marvel show. It's really interesting that this is like the show that they choose
Mhm.
to be TVMA. Zombies include Scarlet Witch, Cap, as in Captain America, Hawkeye, Abomination, Ghost, Captain Marvel, and Okoye. Heroes include Miss Marvel. So these are the heroes like in opposition to the
Mhm.
zombies. This includes Miss Marvel, Jimmy Woo, Yelena Belova, Kate Bishop, Red Guardian, Shang-Chi, Katie, and Death Dealer.
What was that? It's funny. All these names, Katie. There's the random, like, oh, Katie, poor funny Katie.
Red Guardian, Katie,
Death Dealer. No, yeah.
Katie.
Katie, just Katie. I don't know if she's gonna survive, but I think she's gonna have. If Aquafina voices her, she's gonna be there, like, "What's going on? Oh my God, the zombies!" You know, just yelling.
Yeah, she's the comedic
Yeah.
relief. You know, that's her thing.
Well, listen, with What If, and I'm sure you feel this way, it's out of all the Disney Plus series, it's probably the worst, but it's fun if like for random like 10 minutes, cool. It's like funny and it's like cool. Waste some time, but
I didn't watch it.
yeah, it's and that's perfectly fine. I wouldn't hammer it down to you, to say watch it, but Marvel Zombies, I mean, the last one ended with, do you care for spoilers on the What If that last episode for Zombies? Thanos with the Infinity Stones. He's a zombie. And so it started with like an outbreak. So each time someone gets bit, they become a zombie. Thanos is still like sentient. So he's there and he's like, rah, and he has the gauntlet. And it's like, what is he going to do? Snap everyone away and make everyone zombies? But it was wild.
What did he do?
He was in Wakanda. So it ended on a cliffhanger there. It was
because he didn't know what he did with the Infinity Gauntlet. Okay.
So it was kind of like that time where he's in Wakanda going after Vision. So he has most of the stones. So he's there. They showed him as he was like killing all these zombies. And then he's a zombie and he's the Infinity Gauntlet. And it's like, man, these next couple episodes, this show really will hopefully dive into that. But there's a lot of powerful zombies here with Scarlet Witch and Hawkeye. I mean, not a Hawkeye, Abomination. Scary. But I'm sure it'll be like great for the kids. But TVMA, because the comic was gory. So I don't know, maybe this is
not
gory.
for the kids.
Yeah, it's not for the kids. I hope it's not.
It's not for the kids.
Yeah,
TVMA.
We'll see. But that's all we got for animation.
Cool. So next we'll go into the clip for the show. I'm hovering over you, so it's gonna start with you, Ryder.
Sounds good.
Just to reiterate, we're gonna go with you, and then you'll kick it off to me after you do your little intro, and then I'll keep going through. Cool.
Sounds good.
So I'm gonna count you down. 3, 2.
The multiverse saga is in full effect, and with San Diego Comic-Con, Hall H happened this past weekend where Kevin Feige announced kind of Phase 5 and 6 and the plans for the future of Marvel with some huge reveals and maybe some overwhelming titles. We're going to get into it. James, what do we have for what Feige brought us?
All right, so we got a lot of release dates. That's kind of all we got. We got the full slate of release dates for the next 2 years. And now keep in mind, we got one of these a few years ago, but then COVID happened and it all got messed up.
Yeah.
So let's hopefully say that these are concrete, these are in, but you know what? I'm going to take them with a grain of salt for right now. Okay. So first off, we got Secret Invasion coming spring 2023. We got Don Cheadle or War Machine and Kobe Smulders or Maria Hill, both returning for Secret Invasion. We haven't seen them in a while, I don't think. We got Loki season 2 coming summer 2023. Blade, my most anticipated film, coming November 2023. Captain America New World Order coming May 3rd, 2024. Daredevil Born Again in spring 2023. I know a lot of people are looking forward to 18 episodes featuring Vincent D'Onofrio. Is that how to pronounce it?
Oh, sorry, it's D'Onofrio.
D'Onofrio?
I spelled it real bad.
Okay, and Charlie Cox. Then we got Thunderbolts coming July 26, 2024, with a team reveal hopefully coming soon. And then with phase 6, so Thunderbolts is closing off phase 5,
Mhm.
correct? And then phase 6 is Fantastic Four with a cast announced next month at D23. That's when it is,
That's a
yeah?
hope. Hopefully,
Hopefully.
it's not
Okay.
reported. Yeah.
And then the date for the movie is November 8th, 2024. And then in 2025, at the beginning end of that, in May 2nd, we'll have Avengers: The Kang Dynasty. And then at the tail end of that year, we'll have Avengers: Secret Wars at November 7th.
Wow.
Ryder, let's start discussing. What do you got for me?
Yeah.
I know you want to pick my brain.
Yeah, the question I want to pose for, I would say, just because someone else that I know is, I guess, the average fan, the normal fan that
Yeah.
is, into it, but is smart with this and not so crazy of like, oh, Disney and Marvel. Do you think that, you know what I mean? You're the opinion that I want to hear. Do you think
Yeah.
that by Kevin Feige announcing a plan, like, here's where we're going to end, and it being so fast and so kind of like short-lived, do you think this saves Marvel? Does this kind of save what's happening with Phase 4, or does this kind of worry you with like rushing content and quantity over quality? Does that make sense?
It kind of does in a way. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older and 2 years just feels closer than it did like
Yeah.
2 years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the biggest reaction I have from this is I only care about a handful of things.
Hmm.
And so as someone who went from being at the epicenter of the Marvel culture to now being on the outskirts of Marvel culture, oftentimes looking outward in to that culture, it's like I only see a few things in here that really excite me. But I'm worried that I'm gonna have to invest a lot more time than I want to in order to really enjoy the projects that I'm excited about.
Yeah.
Like,
Hmm.
for example, I like Secret Invasion because I'm big. Like I said before, my first show was Fantastic Four, and Scroll are a huge part of that. So I want to see how they do the Scroll. But I don't really care about Loki season 2. But I love Blade. I
Hmm.
really love Blade, and I'm hopefully I can just jump into that without any prior knowledge. And then I really want to see Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars, and I don't want an Infinity War Endgame scenario. People like where that was kind of when I was at the epicenter, seeing
Hmm.
like people starting to come into it,
Hmm.
like, oh, like this is
What
cool,
is
but
this?
like
Yeah.
there's yeah, what is this? And so I don't want to be in that position that I saw earlier, being like,
Yeah.
oh, like I kind of don't have, oh, this person is here now. This person isn't that anymore.
Yeah.
They have this role
There's a
instead.
lot of keeping up with when it comes to shows and movies to understand now what's going on with this. And like, I saw this crazy thing where we are closer to Secret Wars than we are to Endgame, like in terms of days. I think it was like 1,100 days or something like that, or not 1,000, maybe it was, I don't know, it was the day count was like we're closer to where
Yeah,
Secret Wars revealed than we were to Endgame coming out to this day. And it was like, wow, that's mind-blowing at how fast it is.
that's
That
pretty crazy.
Yeah, does it give us time to dwell on these characters? Does it give us time to kind of enjoy this, or is it kind of rushing to build up to the next project? Like, what is their
Yeah,
direction with
it
it,
seems like I talked about this to you on the live stream, but it almost is like it reminds me of a live service game in
Yeah.
which like a live service game on which this game like the Marvel game wants to be the only game you play.
Hmm. Yeah.
Like I feel like Marvel really wants to be like, yeah, we want to monopolize your media
And keep
consumption
you so
that
busy with it. Yeah.
and keep you so busy with it that you don't have time for any other like me you don't have time for any other movies or any other TV
Hmm.
shows. Especially like when we're like young people who have more time than average people. So we have time to like do
Hmm.
that. But as I'm starting to like become more professional, I'm like, yo, like I
It's
really am gonna
scary.
have to start. It is scary because I'm like, I'm not gonna have time to
Hmm.
enjoy like any of this. I
Hmm.
really have to pick and choose how I want to spend my time on. I either become a Marvel fanboy or I become, or I do, whatever, become
Right.
a
Yeah.
homeboy,
A
you
casual. Yeah.
know?
Yeah, and that's
So
what's because I know we love different titles, right? Like you're excited for your own
yeah,
and me for my own, and I'm
right.
gonna be there day one for these. I'm really excited for some of these, and I'm excited, but it also is sad where it's like, man, I remember as a kid you get to grow up with some of these, but it kind of loses that kind of crazy factor. Like if Shang-Chi is flying out with the Eternals and Moon Knight's there, yeah, I'm gonna be screaming and cheering, but it's not gonna hit the same as it is Captain America or Iron Man because that was we all grew up on that, and that's our generation, and maybe that's different for kids younger than us, right? They might see Shang-Chi and the Eternals and other characters like Moon Knight and whoever else, Loki too, and see that like that's what I grew up on. That's my person. So I hope that when Secret Wars hits, it lands and it kind of, you know, is maybe a one up from Endgame. I doubt it, but it's still going to be amazing. But it is kind of crazy that we're getting some crazy titles like Daredevil. Like some of those are what make this worth it, I think, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. But I mean, there you have it. I mean, we're going to have a conversation. We're going to keep going with this. There's a lot. D23 is coming up, so I'm sure even more titles are going to be coming. Stay tuned on the channel. Comment down below your title, that what you're most looking forward to. You can check out the podcast for free on audio platforms or become a member here on YouTube to check out the video podcast here on YouTube. But thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.
And we're good.
Cool. Sounds good. Yep. And yeah, I was going to talk about that, but I didn't want to go too long. With D23, they said over 8 titles are going to be announced. And so that's a whole other thing, like to ask, like, what do you think is going to be announced? And I think Fantastic Four, maybe X-Men.
I just don't know what else there is to be announced at this point. Like, I feel like I already got so much that I'm like, I thought I hit every cart at the all-you-can-eat buffet. You know what I mean?
I thought so
and now
too.
You're like, oh, and now the dessert menu.
Oh, I know.
Like, oh my god.
And there was more people talking like San Diego Comic-Con was the appetizer, and it was like, what? And they were like, here's titles. Now you know what's happening. Now come to our show in Anaheim, and we're gonna give you guys footage, trailers, cast announcements, directors announcements. And I'm like, that makes sense because Disney wants to showcase their own hype. They want their event to be the biggest, right? So Comic-Con was the appetite, which I'm like, it was already big. Like, I can't imagine how bigger they are.
I feel like I just ate every menu on the Cheesecake Factory.
Like, it's a bit like, oh, like almost not stomachache, just kind of like nauseous. And
no, I'm
you're
getting
full.
a stomachache. I'm full. Like,
okay.
If I eat any more, like I will throw up.
Okay. No, I totally understand. Here's some. I'm just gonna throw some to you because there's a lot. Okoye, Illuminati, Eternals 2. World War Hulk, Midnight Suns. These are just maybes. These are just speculation. Like
these are like rumors.
Yeah, just like Hawkeye season 2.
Hey, Midnight Suns could be cool.
Yeah, that could be like.
I'm really stoked for Midnight Suns because I like that dark mystical stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. Me too. We could see a Wolverine film, a Hercules movie, America Chavez movie, Agents of Atlas. But yeah, Black Knight. Maybe one on Kit Harington, but maybe he gets like a series. But man, there's a lot, and it's, you know, I don't want to sit here and be like, oh yes, give it to me. I want to take it day by day, show by show, movie by movie, and see how they're doing. What's the quality?
Yeah, I agree, because I think we've seen some shows really like suffer from that. Like, I think Winter Soldier suffered from that.
Absolutely. But moving on now, you can take us away. Other studios stuff, some Comic-Con.
Yeah. So next up we got HBO Max, which. Can we talk about HBO Max for a second? HBO Max is the new king. Oh, I'm sorry. I totally skipped over other studios. Let's go to HBO Max and then we'll go other studios.
Whatever.
HBO Max is kind of like the new king of streaming services, I think. Because they're adding 28 films from A24 on August 1st, including Ex Machina and Room. Ex Machina is one of my favorite movies. Haven't seen The Room, but I really want to see it. Just great films. All 8 seasons of Game of Thrones are coming in 4K Ultra HD, HDR10, Dolby Vision, and Dolby Atmos. Also releasing in August on HBO Max.
Crazy.
That's insane. That's insane. Like, I was fighting through the first 3 seasons. I was like, oh, this show just looks pretty dated.
Sometimes it grains, sometimes it's
it's a little grainy. Yeah, the coloring is a little weird.
Yeah, it's hard to watch at times because it's so dark.
A little bit hard to watch sometimes. Yeah, it's a really dark show. It's hard for me to watch midday because if there's any glare whatsoever on my TV or my monitor, like, it's over.
Yeah,
like,
2 eyeballs from Jon Snow, but the rest is all black.
Yeah,
like, I don't know what this is.
Yeah. But what do you think about that, Ryder? Especially with the decline of Netflix losing like 1.2 million subscribers.
That's crazy because this is good. This is what like services need, because sometimes when I'm thinking about an old film, you know, I'm checking all the services. And I'm like, who has it?
Of course.
Most of the time it's HBO Max. They got the movie that we're talking about, where you always say, have you seen this? Or Vince is like, have you all seen this? And I'm like, let me check this out. Add it to my list. HBO Max got it. And I think it's good to add old films as long as you're adding, as well as adding, you know, original shows and original content. Netflix is good when
Do you know who I think is going to take that spot? I think Netflix is going to keep kind of declining, but
Mhm.
I think Apple TV Plus is
Yeah,
going to
that
be
one too.
the next, because I think because we saw Cha Cha Real Smooth
Hmm.
as coming to Apple TV Plus, as well as great shows like Ted Lasso
Oh yeah,
being originals, you know what I mean, and having
a
that
new one.
quality.
The Blackbird is out. It's kind of a limited series,
Oh
but
yeah,
it's a solid, well made show. I think there's a lot of good stuff coming to that one. And yeah, I'm with you. It's these kind of more prestigious services, right? Like we always
right.
talk. Apple TV Plus kind of looks the best with the filming. HBO Max has their cameras. Those two are
Hmm.
kind of the best in quality. Amazon Prime's kind of the third place, kind of with up there. And then
Sure.
Netflix, Disney Plus kind of use their own, but they're kind
Yeah.
of at the bottom of the list. But yeah, man, HBO Max, it's great. I love the UI, so I'll always stay on it. I'll always use it first. But
You love HBO Max?
well, on the TV, it's really clear because it's giant thumbnails of the posters. I don't know if it's different for
Uh-huh.
you on like a computer or a phone. It might be different, but
I hate the HBO
no.
Max
Okay.
UI. I
What's
really hate
which
it.
one's your favorite?
I think Apple TVs is really clean, and I
Hmm.
actually think Netflix has a great UI.
Yeah. Hmm.
I think Netflix's is really good, um, but hate Amazon's for sure, and I don't like HBO Max's.
Hmm.
Hulu is okay, but I think Apple TV has a great UI.
No, yeah, yeah. No, I agree. Yeah. What do you think? Why do you think Netflix is going down? I don't know why they're losing subscribers. Is it just because once Stranger Things ended, that was it? Like, there's nothing else to watch on it.
It's
Why?
a combination of things because one, it's they're increasing their prices all the time. So
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
then they're also making it so you have to pay for extra accounts. So
Oh,
like you
yeah.
can't share
That's
accounts
why.
anymore.
All
They're
those
really
people.
trying to
Yeah.
lock it down so that you can't share your accounts with other people so they can get free Netflix.
Hmm.
Um, in addition to them just not making quality original content.
Yeah.
And just not having a lot on there in general. Like, I
Hmm.
feel like they just
Yeah.
don't have a lot of the shows that I really want. Occasionally, like, they'll circulate one or two,
Hmm.
a show or a movie that I want to see on there, but, aside from that, they also don't have a lot of good low-end plans. I remember I was trying to downgrade
Hmm.
my service so I could keep Netflix, but if I wanna pay $10 a month, that gets me 480p.
Oh my gosh! Really?
Which I'm
Dang.
like, "That's insane." Like, I'm
It's
not gonna watch
horrible.
480p. And so what they're also doing is they're trying to make, like, ad-supported versions
Yeah,
of
that's right.
Netflix,
Hmm.
and people are pissed about, like, having to pay for ad-free and stuff like that, like a Hulu model.
Yeah, that's
So,
crazy, man.
it's
Oh my
Netflix
gosh.
is in the middle of trying to reorient and create a new, like, restructure the way subscriptions work, and just people don't like it, because it's getting more expensive for some people and it's blocking some people out, and it's not justifiable because they increased their price while not like uh proportionately
Adding,
upgrading their
yeah, yeah,
content.
absolutely, yeah. No, I'm with that. Yeah, interesting, crazy stuff. That's
Hmm.
wild. Streaming services. What a hard business.
Yeah, it's very competitive.
For sure, man. All right, moving on now. We'll get on to other studios. Comic Con brought lots of trailers, lots of good stuff. We got a trailer for Halloween Ends, that's coming October 14th, which is the finale for the Halloween trilogy, the new one that they're
Oh,
kind of doing. Pretty wild. I've seen the first two. They're entertaining in their own right. Just classic Michael Myers horror.
okay. Are they good though?
I would say good, yes. Great, no. But
Okay.
good. Yeah, I was like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like I went to the theater and there was people there and I actually enjoyed myself. But I
Okay.
mean,
So it's a fun movie. Fun
yeah.
movie.
Yeah, fun. Yeah. We also got Paramount. Paramount's moving some release dates. I want to talk about this because they're doing, of course, A Quiet Place Day One, which is a prequel to A Quiet Place. We've heard about that one now.
Mm,
That's coming March 8th, 2024. And this is
okay.
wild. A movie called If, which is starring John Krasinski, Ryan Reynolds, Steve Carell, and more.
What
It's
a
coming.
cast.
Yeah, I know, right? May 24th, 2024. So pretty cool. Paramount, that If movie. That sounds like a good one. It sounds like a fun one. And then for Nope, when Nope released, we got a first poster and trailer for Oppenheimer. Do you remember seeing the trailer for Oppenheimer? What'd you think of
I
it?
do.
People were saying it's like the best teaser from Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, I thought it was a good teaser for Oppenheimer. I hated the poster.
Oh, giant cloud of smoke.
Yeah, it was just not very good. I'm not super interested in the film. That's the thing. Is
Oh,
like as
okay.
much as, I'm just not a huge Nolan guy.
Mhm.
Tenet kind of burnt me out of
Oh,
Christopher
okay.
Nolan.
Yeah. This will
And going
be.
back and like watching some of his other stuff, I'm like, this dude really doesn't know how to mix audio.
Oh, yeah. This is gonna be worse because there's like 100 actors in it. It's gonna be even full Chris Nolan.
Yeah, I'm just not excited for this movie.
Did
Sorry.
you see the poster that they did of Barbie where they put Barbie there and it was a pink cloud?
I did. I saw it. That was really funny. Do you see the one where it was, they put in the guy from The Mask, Jim Carrey, with the
No,
because it's the same silhouette. It's the suit with the hat.
oh my gosh! Oh, they put him on the Oppenheimer poster.
Yeah, they put him on the
Oh,
Oppenheimer.
That's amazing. Yeah, the silhouette with
So
him in
good.
the
Yeah.
and doing his funny pose. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's silly. I love the opposition of Barbie and Oppenheimer. I don't know why.
Yeah.
That's more fun than
I can't wait for Barbie. Might be my most anticipated.
Oh, me too.
I can't
Dude, that's gonna be a great film. Oh my gosh. Ryan Gosling. I feel you love Ryan Gosling, right? Come on.
I love
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling. He's great.
He's silly and he's fun. But another great one, John Wick 4. I love me some John Wick. It's
I
featuring,
do too.
It's featuring Ip Man himself, Donnie Yen.
Ip Man. Oh my
Ip Man. I know,
god.
remember one time I was like IP Man? I think I said that for y'all. I
Oh,
was like,
that's
"Ooh."
bad.
I didn't know. I was like, I'm sorry. It's Ip Man. Donnie Yen. Yeah, he's like blind. And did you see the teaser?
Oh, I did not see the teaser.
It was very short. It didn't reveal too much, luckily. But yeah, John Wick's fighting, doing some crazy stuff. Donnie Yen is in there. He has some glasses. He's looking blind, and he was there with a samurai sword and a gun, and he's shooting at John Wick like point blank, and he's kind of missing because John Wick is like using his sword. But I'm like, this is wild. He's fighting Donnie Yen blind. This is amazing. That's all I want.
That's pretty fucking cool.
It was cool. It was pretty cool. But that's coming March 24th next year, so don't have to wait too long. Couple
fun.
months. Just a little bit. Just a wee little bit. Okay, you could take us away for Disney.
All right, now we're on to Disney Plus. Eragon is getting a live action series. It's in early development, but it's coming to Disney Plus.
Are you
pretty
familiar
crazy.
with Eragon? I
Oh, am I familiar with Eragon? I was a dragon kid in elementary school, so of course I am. But here's what I want to know, Ryder, is this might be down in Netflix land, but where's the Percy Jackson series in its development cycle?
It's going. That's the Disney Plus. That's Disney Plus.
That's in Disney Plus.
Yeah, they got the cast. They announced the kid. It's Walter Scobell. He's the little kid from the Ryan Reynolds movie with the time travel, and he played him young. The new Netflix movie that came out, The Adam Project.
Gray Man? Oh, the Adam Project.
The Adam Project. Yeah, he was really in that. He was pretty good in that. That kid is gonna be the main guy in Percy. Oh, he's gonna be Percy, right? Percy Jackson. That's his name.
Yeah, Percy.
Yeah, it's gonna be him. But yeah, they got the cast. They're pumping out. They're starting production on that show. A lot of people excited for that one.
I'm really excited for that. Anyway, I'm also excited for Eragon. I read the first book, never got into the other books, but I'm really excited for this because there's a lot of deep lore, I guess, and it's a thick book. It's a huge ass book.
I bet.
So yeah, in concept, I'm excited for it. Author Christopher Paolini?
Yeah, I do.
Paolini will serve as co-writer and co-showrunner of Eragon. According to sources, Paolini will serve as co-writer of the series. Bert Salke will executive produce under his collab 21 banner with 20th Television producing. Salke is currently under an overall deal with Disney Television Studios, of which 20th TV is a part. Reps for Disney and Paolini did not immediately respond to Variety's request for comment. Quote, the inheritance cycle, end quote. I guess that's the name of
this
the
is the
series.
I guess the story that they're going to adapt.
Yeah. So it tells the story of a farm boy named Eragon who discovers an egg that he names Sapphira. Through their bond and the help of his mentor Braum, Aragorn learns to be a dragon rider, an ancient order that had long been thought to be wiped out by the evil king Galbatorix. Eragon and Sapphira will set out to defeat Galbatorix and free the land of Agalacia from his tyranny.
Pretty cool. I mean, if they adapt, so I remember seeing the movie as a kid, which was
Oh, I do too.
many moons ago. But
that was many moons ago.
I'm looking at the poster, and it says here the first chapter of the Inheritance trilogy. So one, they're doing inheritance, so that'll make sense to me, the average guy. Two, did they make a trilogy? Because I'm thinking this is the only movie,
it was a
right?
book trilogy.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
they were like, this is the first chapter of that, and then they never just did anything else with it. But
Eragon performed horribly at the box office with a 46% audience score and a 16% Rotten Tomatoes score.
oh god, I
Yeah,
mean, this is
not
a
good.
crazy cast. I mean, man, you guys need to check this out because it has John Malkovich and what's the other actor? The guy from Batman vs Superman. I gotta look at the cast here, but what a cast! There's more than that, but anyways, yeah, Eragon looks cool. I'm sure Disney Plus is gonna put their mark on it, and we'll see.
Mhm.
If Percy Jackson's good, I hope they put love into Eragon. That's all I'll say about that.
Yeah, I'm more excited for Percy Jackson for sure.
Yeah,
I
me
think it's
too.
bigger. It's a bigger cultural bulwark,
Hmm.
but I hope this is good also.
Yeah. So we'll move on here. We got some Hulu stuff. So at Comic-Con, they screened their movie Prey, which is coming August 5th. This is in the Predator universe. Now, this is about this takes place during like in the Indian times, and it's like the greatest hunters
As
of
in
our
like
time.
Native American.
Native American. Yeah, my bad. Native
Yeah,
American
okay.
times.
No, you're good. I was just clarifying.
No, yeah, for sure. Yeah, at that time, the greatest hunters of our time versus a hunter. You know what I mean? Like two hunters at it, and it starts a female Native American. I don't know her name, but great actress. And man, they just duke it out. You know what I mean? It's two great hunters.
And it got a standing ovation.
Yeah, I got a standing ovation apparently because that's how good it was.
That's pretty
And
crazy.
so, I mean,
I'm a big Predator fan.
Me
And
too.
I hate being a Predator fan because there's so many awful Predator
yeah.
movies.
There's-
But if this got a standing ovation, there's hope yet for Predator.
Yeah, there's hope. This
yet.
is what'll make you feel better because they said this one's kind of like it goes back to the first one. Like the what
Hell
made the
yeah.
first one great. You know what I mean? Very
Fuck
gory,
yeah. Mhm.
violent, but the story kind of like with Arnold. Get
Uh-huh.
out of here with that Shane Black, that Shane Black one with the robot suit or whatever like they did.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
no.
But man, I'm very, very looking forward to this. Also on August 5th, what else is coming out? Prey, and then also Bullet Train. That's right. Bullet Train, you excited for that?
I can't wait for Bullet Train.
Dude,
Brad Pitt, baby.
I'm seeing it. I'm so excited. I'm seeing it day one.
Yeah. Keep going, Ryder.
Okay.
Because you're so short.
Yeah, Apple TV Plus. This is wild. So Kurt and Wyatt Russell, both the Russell
interesting.
boys, they're going to be acting together in Legendary's untitled MonsterVerse series at Apple TV Plus. That's of course with the Godzilla, Kong. I can't believe they're pushing on. They're pushing on with that.
I honestly can't believe it either.
I mean, I guess they could see it's a franchise. I think it's Paramount. I don't know what.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah,
it's fun for sure. But
No, it's Legendary, isn't it?
oh, Legendary. Thank you. Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
company.
Legendary,
Okay.
yeah.
So that's their franchise that they're trying to push. And I think they're doing movies, right? The next Godzilla versus Kong, they're doing another one of those.
Yep, they're doing
coming
another one
soon.
of those.
This series set in the aftermath of the battle between Godzilla and the Titans that decimated San Francisco. Oh, as depicted in 2014's Godzilla, which launched the film franchise. So
it takes place between the two.
the first and the second.
Cool.
Cool. It's about a family journey to uncover its buried secrets and legacy, linking them
No,
to the secret organization
no,
known as
I
Monarch.
don't
Yeah.
care about the fucking people. I don't give a shit about people. I just want to see the monsters.
I know. Me too. Man,
You can create good stories with the monsters. You don't need the people.
that last movie was hard to get through because I was
You
like,
ever seen Godzilla Final Wars?
no, man.
You need to
it's
watch
deep.
Godzilla Final Wars. It came out. It's a Japanese movie.
Mhm.
And it's the best Godzilla movie ever.
Look at it.
I stand on that hill. It's the best Godzilla movie.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, the posters are crazy for this one. Godzilla
This is a
Final
crazy
Wars.
poster,
Man.
but it's the best. It is fucking great.
Okay.
The whole movie is him going through a gauntlet.
Uh-huh.
So the whole movie is Godzilla is like back, right? And so there's this like alien race and they're all dressed in all leather.
Oh.
And so basically what they did is they collected all of them. They're trying to kill Godzilla.
Uh-huh.
So they
As one does.
take all the monster. Yes, as they do. They're trying to take all the monsters that he's ever fought before and they like capture them. And so then like they basically the whole movie is just cage matches with Godzilla in which he's fighting like every single monster he's ever fought before.
That's crazy.
And it's great. It's so good.
What
He
the
even
heck?
fights the Godzilla from the Godzilla 2000 movie.
Are you serious? What?
Yes, it's great.
It's that
It's super
newer?
fun.
No way. The 2000s got. Oh, and it looks
You know
like
the one that was
the
like
dinosaur, like the weird
the
snout.
dinosaur one.
That
Yeah,
snout,
yeah, yeah.
dude.
Mm-hmm.
That is
Fucking
crazy.
obliterates him. It's great.
Wow, that's
You gotta
I
watch
would have
this movie.
I would have never. That's multiverse right there, dude. They've done it the best.
Dude, that's how you do a multiverse.
Yeah. Wow, fantastic. Okay. So yeah, there you have it. I mean, both the actors, that's the first time they're acting together. So interesting. They said, let's do MonsterVerse together, Dad. But
Yeah.
I don't know. If the trailer looks good, maybe I'll check it out. But man, I need to see. It's just gonna be all the people. This show's gonna be just about the people.
I don't like Kurt Russell though.
Oh, really?
I don't like Kurt
Oh.
Russell. I don't know.
Mhm.
He was good in it, the thing.
Oh yeah, yeah,
He was good in the thing, but that's kind of it.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge big Kurt Russell guy.
yeah. He has a
Just
lot of
doesn't
films,
do it
but
for
yeah,
me.
no, yeah, understandable. But there you have it, and there you have it.
And there you have.
That's for Apple TV. You could take these next
hey-
couple of ones.
Sure. Cool. AMC, The Walking Dead reaches the end of the road with the last episodes dropping October 2nd. But Rick and Michonne will return in a 6-episode The Walking Dead spin-off series in 2023. So it's done, but it's not.
They're coming back, which a lot of people were excited
I can't
for Rick.
believe. Really? I did not expect people to
The
still
Rick
be
love
watching this show.
is huge for Rick, but I cannot believe this show is still going. I mean, I think we all watched it at one point. I think we all did.
I got 4 seasons in. When was your fall? When was your drop?
Dude, it was after Negan, man. It was right after that. I saw the first episode of that season. That was it. I mean, the first episode of the next to see what happened. Then that was it for me.
Of the second season?
No. After Negan killed everybody.
Oh,
you know?
Glenn.
Yeah, and all them.
Yeah.
And then the
Okay.
first episode of the next season was kind of their how are they gonna recuperating
So
from
is
this?
it like what, 5 or 6?
Yeah, I think it was like 5 or 6, I believe. Yeah,
Okay.
5 into 6, but then that was it. I was like, oh, I'm done. And then it got wild with like zombie people, you know, like masks and stuff. And I was like, oh, what?
Yeah, no, I
And
don't.
I know it's the graphic novel, but some things you don't have to adapt everything, right?
This comes from FXX. Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney score an underdog story in the trailer for Welcome to Wrexham. It almost seems like a Ted Lasso documentary in real life, and it's kicking off on August 24th. So this is like true story.
Dude,
Like Ryan.
you got to watch this trailer.
Okay.
It's so touching because it's about this football team, right, in Wrexham, and Ryan and Rob, they buy it, and they're the owners, and they're like, what are you two Canadians doing here? Like, what do you all know about football? And they're like, we grew up on this, and they're kind of bringing the underdog team to become a championship team, and it's a whole doc, but it's literally like Ted Lasso. It's like the same kind of concept of that show. Cool. So, and of course, those two guys are funny, and man, it's gonna be on FX and Hulu, I believe.
On Hulu, cool.
Yeah, Hulu.
Oh, yeah, because FX, all the FX stuff goes to Hulu.
Mm-hmm. But man, it was like, wow, this is something I might actually watch. This looks nice. But there
Nothing
you
new from Crunchyroll.
Oh, you know what? I probably would have known. My bad. If there is, let's talk about it. But
yeah, I'm just doing a quick little
Crunchyroll
Crunchyroll homepage.
You do that. I'll get into the quote of the week, and then we can get into our recommendations.
Yeah.
But ladies and gents, here you go. This was one. I thought this is more of a comedy. I'll give you that hint. But here we go. Well, you know, there's 2 lines. Do you want to read the other half? Well, you know what? I'll just read both.
Yeah, we do want to just read. No, let's read for the roll. So you be the first roll. I'll be the second roll.
Cool. Sounds good. We could say names. Your hints are the names, all right? If you want to look them up, okay. But I think you can get it from the names. Here we go. Tracy, it's Phil.
Oh, sorry, it's okay. I didn't know that was the first.
No, okay. Tracy, it's Phil.
Phil, where the hell are you guys? I'm freaking out.
Yeah, listen, we effed up.
What are you talking about?
Bachelor party. The whole night, things got out of control, and we lost Doug.
What?
We can't find Doug.
What are you saying, Phil? We're getting married in 5 hours.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Okay, well, there you have it. I mean, I feel like that's a lot of hints for you guys. Let us know what you think. Hop on our Discord. Put your answers down below. Fun quote for sure. One of my favorites. But yeah, any Crunchyroll, anything popped up on your feed?
Yeah, so
What you got?
Crunchyroll also had a bunch of stuff at Comic-Con. So
Oh,
they have Saint Seiya Knights of the Zodiac Battle for Sanctuary got revealed, and it's a CG animation of or adaptation of the original Saint Seiya series, Saint Seiya Knights of the Zodiac,
mm,
which is a show that I grew up watching. Um, 2 Year Eternity is getting season 2, which is incredible. It's a really, really great show. Highly recommend the first season. I've talked about it and recommended it here on the show before.
mhm.
The Tale of Outcast got announced. Inspector season 2 got announced. Tomo-chan is a girl got announced, and Mushoko Tensei Jobless Reincarnation season 2 got announced, along with Solo Leveling, which was previously announced or shown at Anime Expo 2022, based on an extremely popular webtoon.
Wow, a lot of
And
variety.
in addition, yeah, a lot of variety. In addition, Crunchyroll is lowering its prices in
Oh,
95 countries, but not the US.
oh, okay, okay. And they're raising the U.S. price. No, that would be
No.
funny. But hey, there you have it. That's how you do it. You gotta lower the prices. You know, be like Crunchyroll, man. They're feeding y'all. That's a lot of good stuff. I was reading it too along with you. I saw that. That's cool.
Mhm.
That's good
A lot
trailers
of cool
too.
stuff.
All right. Have you
Yes.
been? We talked about what you've been watching. Do you want to recommend
Mhm.
any of that? I guess for me, I know what I'll do.
Yeah, I am going to recommend Shithouse. You gotta watch Shithouse.
Yeah.
It's on Apple TV or Apple TV Plus or AMC Plus. If you don't have, I don't know why you'd have AMC, but I don't know what
yeah.
you're watching on AMC Plus. Maybe you Walking Dead people
Yeah.
are really on there. So it's on AMC Plus, but it's also on Apple TV. So go watch it. And if you're on Apple TV Plus, go ahead and just watch Cha Cha Real Smooth while you're
There you have it. Yeah.
both are
And
Super Rapes movies.
if you're on Apple TV Plus watching those, might as well watch The Blackbird because that's phenomenal show. True story about Taron Egerton plays this convict, right? And the FBI contacts him because he's such a charming guy, and they put him in a maximum security prison with a serial killer, Larry Hall, to try and get a confession out of him by becoming his friend. So it's a story of kind of how he's talking to this guy, and I'll say it here: Taron Egerton would make a great Wolverine. That's all I'll say. Yep.
I see it.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
see it.
But man, great show. It's very enticing. I mean, come on, serial killers. You know, Americans, we just love watching serial
We
killers.
do just really love
Yeah.
watching serial killers. It's crazy.
But I've been watching that, and then What We Do in the Shadows. So check those out. But
Cool.
there you have it, James. Thanks for hopping on with me, buddy, chatting with me.
It's a pleasure.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening at home. It's been so much fun. Let us know what you thought. Give us a review in the podcast. Hop in our YouTube comments. We love to chat with you. We got our Discord. Of course, if you want to hop into our TikTok, you get our daily updates. Real quick, short updates that you guys can check out and show us some love on there. We got some more fun content coming your way with Gamescom. You said right? Gamescom's coming up.
Income should be coming in August as well. We'll be covering
Okay,
that.
cool. Yeah, we'll be covering a lot more stuff on the way. D23 in September. I'm already just hyping it up now because it's going to be huge. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great week, everybody, and enjoy the content.